Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Future Shock Wrestling Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood wrestling content creator, Benjamin J. Dixon. And listen, we're going to talk a little bit about MLW Fusion today. We're going to break it on down. But before I do that, I got to introduce my tag team partner today, Mr. Eric Knight from the Exclusive Nash Podcast. It was a pleasure to have him on as always. Um, But let's go ahead and get into MLW Fusion. So we started off the night with a rather good vignette from Big Damo about Mads Cole Kruger. And he was just kind of just telling that, he was just doing contra business. And he just really just laid out his case of why he was doing what he was doing in order to, protect contra unit and stuff. So that was how that's how the episode started.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
then
kind
we
of
got
crazy.
into and then we got into the match. But before we get into the match, what do you think about the opening vignette, Eric?
I liked it. Low key, it's like I know we didn't get to it yet, but it has me yet to believe that they might have had something to do with Teddy Long being attacked backstage. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know. And again, I know we're gonna get to it, but yeah, they're suspect to me.
Mm. Yeah,
They're
it's giving
suspect to
shade. It's giving shades of SmackDown versus Raw 2006 with that storyline. I ain't gonna hold you.
me. Yeah.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
hold you.
Yeah.
So when I heard who ran down Terry Long, I said that this gives me shades of Numbers Raw 2006 when they were all had that little conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you know Bo, you understand that storyline was a different. That was a whole different vibe, yo. That was a whole different time. That was a
Mm-hmm.
time to be alive.
Yeah.
But
And I ain't talking Drake and Future.
yeah. So our first match was this trios contest between
Yeah.
Mystical, El Desperado, and Diego Hill versus Ultimo Guerrero, Dookie. That's literally how they said his
That's
name.
how they say it. Yeah.
Um, and Austin Aries. Now, this this match was pretty solid for the most part. I really enjoyed the high octane offense throughout the entire bout. I loved how Austin Aries continuously got under Mystical. Well, they got in each other's under each other's skin
Mm-hmm.
throughout the match, and clearly Mystical got the dub. And um, as always, guys, we're gonna give you guys the match breakdown as always, and the match breakdown for Mystico and Mystico. Mystico, Diego Hill, and Desperado versus Naries, Ultimo Guerrero, and Dookie. I'm gonna give this one 9 out of 10 lightning bolts because it was a fantastic match. Very good opening match to start the night. Really enjoyed it. The diving on the outside by each individual, and the bodies were just everywhere.
Yeah.
So very intrigued to see what's gonna happen next. What do you think about the match, Eric?
Oh, I thought it was good. See, you know what it was, man. I think for me, it's just Austin Aries, man. I think seeing him at Mystico. First of all, Mystico. By the way, I like what they was doing with Mystico and Diego Hill because remember it was like a couple weeks ago they had that conversation when Diego Hill had lost that match against Austin Aries. So I like how they kind of told that story there. But yeah, Diego Hill was going crazy. Mystico was going crazy. Austin Aries just being one of the greatest that he is. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did, man. Yes, a great way to start the show. That's how you kick it off, though. You gotta kick it off with some high impact. You gotta kick it off with just some craziness. And again, you gotta have with some bodies everywhere. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes. The bias of the floor as Johnny pulled.
hey, yeah. Let the
Oh, we
bodies hit the
had
floor. Let the
yes,
bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. No, I'm stuck.
So this is our lightning bolt rating for this opening contest. It's a 9 out of 10 lightning bolts, man. La Mystica, La Mystico was tapped on for the win, for the submission win. So it was just a good match all the way around. Really enjoyed that chop battle between El Desperado and Timo Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
I was even more intrigued by what happened afterwards because when we go into the next scene, what we saw was a gentleman named I think it was Julio.
Mm-hmm.
Second, Julio interviewed Mystico for a post match. He had the Mexican flag on,
Mm-hmm.
the other things. He was asking him, "Do you want a shot?" Austin Aries, MLW National Openweight title. He said yes. So he said, "Not only do I want a shot, I want a shot now."
Yeah.
And Austin Aries, being the freaking crap heel that he is, he walked like he was like, "No, not tonight. We're gonna do it on my own time. We'll do it when I'm ready."
Classic heel
So
stuff. Classic heel stuff.
yes, 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 yes. So what I will say is this. Um Austin Aries um is one of the best workers in this business when it comes to just healing it up, making sure that that their opponent his opponent feels as disrespected as possible. So I'm hoping that we will see I know we will see a very good match between them for the MLW National Openweight title. Really excited for it. Can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Um and then and we moved on to see some vignettes. So we had a vignette from the first of all from the from the Contra Mercs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Good Brothers essentially they called out um the Skyscrapers for a tornado tag match
Mm-hmm.
for the tag titles, and obviously you had the Skyscrapers respond much later on, and they even said you don't know which two of us are going to respond to the challenge, so just be ready. So they're using the free bird rule, I'm assuming. So that was a very 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 good batch of segments. We also saw the young lady by the name of Corin Joy is going to be joining the MLW Women's division, and maybe even joining in the MLW Women's title fight
Mm-hmm.
against Chacha Blackheart.
Yeah.
So I'm really really enjoying how they're building up not only just the tag division, but also the how the the way they're using the women's division to continue to build around Shotzi and these different competitors and people that
Yeah.
you would never otherwise know about. I'm very, I'm very, very excited rather to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with Shotzi. I feel like Shotzi, man, she has been doing just incredible work. Whether she was on GCW, her what she's doing right now on MLW, I like this, and it puts her with the Contra Mercs. I like that. I like that, man. I really like just that whole setup with her and the Good Brothers and everything. Like it's crazy. You would have never thought that was something that actually worked and fit, but it works perfectly for all of them. And I really like what they're doing. So hey, Shotzi, keep doing what you're doing. Great work. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. And then we also saw Killer Cross was talking
Mm-hmm.
in the back with Matt Riddle.
Uh-huh.
And he
Shout out to JoJo.
yeah, shout out to JoJo. Shout out to JoJo. They probably gonna watch this. Um, but we saw that Killer Cross and Matt Riddle were talking in the back, and he said, since I've been training you, now you owe me. He said, and Cross was like, first of all, what do I owe you? You got to specify. He said, and Matt Riddle was like, specify what you owe me, what you owe me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna assume here that Matt Riddle's gonna want a title shot. He's gonna turn
As
on
he
Cross in
should.
order to get it.
as he should. I shouldn't say as he should, but I could see him going to get that title again. Because again, they had faced off before, and Killer Cross got that dub the first time, so it wouldn't surprise me if Matt Riddle says, let's go one more time. Pause. That might have been crazy. Um,
Yeah,
but I can see that. I can see that for sure, 100%.
yeah, most definitely. And then we also got the graphic guys for Toshi Kojima versus Killer Cross coming up on next week. Oh, Blood and Thunder is next week, guys. So don't forget.
Yeah.
August the 8th is Blood and Thunder. Y'all going to watch Blood and Thunder, and we'll be right back here next week talk
Mm-hmm.
about it. So, and we talk about what's going on in there as well. But that's the only match that we had because we had another match between the Glasgow boys are on top. We no no.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Uh,
No, that was the
okay.
next one. Yeah, Big Dama. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we had the match between we had the match between the Glasgow boys on top. That was the first.
Yeah.
So before we had the big main event, we did have a match between the Glasgow boys on top and the Contra J unit.
J Unit.
N-
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know Contra J unit stood for Jobber unit, but I'm guessing
I know.
now we know.
I thought the J stood for Japanese unit. That's what I thought. The Japanese unit. You
Yeah,
said the
yeah,
Jabber unit is crazy, boy.
yeah. So this was a really solid match. Both teams. I enjoyed Joe Coffey being on commentary.
Yeah.
That was like he's one of the most intriguing characters that I haven't seen a whole bunch of him since NXT,
Hmm.
but
Oh, they used to cook Gallus, man. They used to cook.
yeah, I used to
Them
like
boys were crazy.
I like them in NXT. I did. I wish they would have done more with them, honestly.
Yeah, they never
But, you
gave
know,
Joe Coffey that NXT UK title, and many
yeah,
times he would face Gunther, Pete Dunne, never give it to him. But you see, Wolfgang and Mark Coffey had to tag the NXT UK tag titles, but they never get the name with the main one. I'm like, y'all are missing the plot here. This is what we supposed to be doing for factions. That's how you get everybody draped in gold. Two, if you got three of them, tag team, main title, or the mid card. But I think they're gonna do great stuff in MLW now that they're here. Honestly.
yes. Especially Glasgow Boys on top got the win here. This was for me. This was a 7.5. This was a 7 out of 10
Mm-hmm.
votes for me.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really enjoyed the match. What did you think about it, Eric?
I liked it, man. I tell you, look, I love Glasgow Boys on top. I love it when they was Gallus. I loved them, and now that they in MLW, I liked it. And this was good for a debut match for them because I don't remember them because I remember they definitely they debuted like a week ago, 2 weeks ago maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, about like a week ago. So yeah, I think this was good. This is a good way how you start them off, start them fresh, makes them look strong. Having Joe Coffey on the commentary, I think that's what helps. That's how you get it. Now at that point, you're building up the tag team in that group. Saying it on the commentary, and that's important. And I think that's good though to have somebody that's a part of that faction on commentary because that brings more eyes to the group. Period. When you got, two of you guys on there, just like we see on AEW, we'll see the Death Riders on there, John Moxley
Exactly.
jump on commentary. It makes the group more interesting, and that's what you want. And I think MLW hit the nail on the head, pause when they did that for him.
Yeah. So I really enjoy how they do the storytelling with every group. As you can see,
Mm-hmm.
like, and what I like about MLW's factions is they don't make any faction for no faction feels the same.
Mm-hmm.
Match feels the same. Everything feels earned
Different.
and it feels different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
So really, really enjoying how they're building up the tag division. But not only did we have some tag action, we ended up going to the we ended up ringing the bell for the main event.
Mm-hmm.
And there was
Uh-huh.
some very interesting development. So not only did we see a all out between Big Damo, Max Kruger,
Yeah, boy.
we saw the unveiling of the circle. Now, what I will say is this: that match was a good match. Now, for the ending to be what it was, I think the ending overshadowed my
Mm.
personal opinion that the way they way that unit interfered in the match, then I said, okay, so something's about to happen. And then the lights went out. I said, what's going on? And then we
Did you
get the
did you notice that and I know this might I don't know if this might be off time. I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you notice
mhm,
when they was talking about Teddy Long getting attacked, you notice how LeBron codes on was looked a little sus.
yeah,
Looked a little
yeah,
sus. He a little too happy for it.
yeah,
I said, all right, LeBron, what
like
the hell are you doing back there?
it's
What you
like
doing?
like I like I said, if if J, if the way that storyline ended up and ended in the video game is like it did and like it does right here in MLW,
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally gonna be I'm gonna start doing our fan like okay, y'all clearly the intellectual property here.
mm-hmm.
So because if you follow the if you follow the story from Spider-Man 6, there were three different possibilities. There was two different possibilities. You either had JBO who was who was the person that was a part of it, or if you had your creative character or whoever, or you even had RVD who
Yeah,
was going to be a
remember that.
part of it. So yeah, so all I'm going to say is if this is anything like that storyline, the unexpected. Let's say this: that match, Big Damo and Uber was a good match. Really. The Serpent was on video, and it was none other than Joseph Samuel. I'm up visual of them all standing tall, the country unit. That was like, oh, this would. I wonder what happens next now,
Yeah,
because I think that maybe we'll see Joseph Samuel maybe wrestle.
possibility, big possibility. Yeah.
Now I now that kind of my theory a little bit with a game style between the Contra Mercs,
You think so?
the Contra unit, yeah, game style match. Like
Okay.
what CZW and the Ring of Honor did. It was they do
Yes.
something of that
Okay.
nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're going with it. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah. Overall, though, this I think this was a good show, though. I think overall this was a really good show. Like, but even just to go on that main event, I like what they did here. I think again one of my favorite matches really was watching Big Damo go against Mr. Cougar. Okay, uh, I remember we talked about this last week. I said, bro, that's the thing I want to see. I just want to see. I ain't gonna say two big meaty men. Pause. What's up, Diva? Good to
What's going
see you
on, Sean
joining with
Diva? How
us
you
as
doing?
always. Um,
You think
but
you're
to see though that clash, to see that difference in the styles, I love that. That might have been my favorite match to watch. Well, you can watch this right on
it's on
YouTube,
you can
Diva.
watch it right
I
on
will. I'll
YouTube,
make sure.
Sean Diva.
I'll make sure we'll send you the link for it.
Yeah, we'll
You can
send you the
watch this
link.
whole nother promotion. The funny
As a
thing
matter
is,
of
Baron Corbin was literally on this promotion before he went to WWE.
hmm as a
Killer
matter of fact,
Cross,
he's on
which
the
we
tapings
need.
right now. He's on the
Yeah,
tapings right
exactly.
now.
Yeah,
He's on the tapings right now.
Matt Riddle is over there. Killer Cross is over there. Shotzi Blackheart, which was formerly known as Shotzi, she's over there. It's a lot of people that's on MLW. And then one good thing about MLW, they do partnerships. So they've been doing stuff with CMLL. They have people from AEW that's been over there. So yeah, we love it, MLW. Honestly, y'all are killing this. I've said this every week. As the being the pastor preaching the gospel of pro wrestling, gotta let these
Yeah.
people know, man. Yeah, MLW been doing their thing for a good minute, man. It really have.
Okay. Yes, sir.
But I think LeBron definitely
J-
attacked Teddy Long, 100%.
Yeah.
Between
I
LeBron and
feel
the Contra Mercs,
just about that.
somebody's at fault here. Somebody have
Future
fun.
Shock question of the week or MLW Fusion Breakdown. You can participate in this in the chat as well. Um, so who ran down Tay Long? That's number one. And then number two, what are your predictions for Blood and Thunder next week? Because I got a feeling that Koshi Kojima is going to lose against Killer Cross.
Hmm.
But I think we're going to see more than just that match. I think we're going to see some other matches come up. I think that we may see that match between Lady Frost and Blood and
Yeah,
Thunder.
wasn't yeah, because that's the one with aren't they supposed to be having that match with Scarlet,
Yeah,
Frost, and
Shotzi, I believe so.
Shotzi.
Yes,
Okay, so
yeah.
that's finally
That's
happening.
gonna be a three
That's
way.
probably the
That's gonna
match
be a
I'm.
three
Yeah,
way.
that's the match I'm looking forward to seeing. Honestly,
Yeah,
if anything
yeah,
else, that's the one I've been wanting because I've been waiting for that for like the last 2 3 weeks. That's the
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
the one I'm
Me
hyped for.
too, brother. Me
Yeah.
too.
So yeah, I definitely want to see that. I think Killer Cross going up against Kojima. I think that could definitely be a banger. But I want to see the women go at it. I think all these women young in their prime, especially Scarlett. I don't feel like I get to see Scarlett enough, and that's not on MLW's part. I just feel like I watched Scarlett back in TNA, and I love what she did there. And of course, we know how what happened in WWE. They ain't do a damn thing with her. So I think
They made
seeing
it
her
into a
on
valet.
yeah,
They made it into a valet. Yes.
yeah. So I like what she's been doing on MLW, but I feel like on MLW she hasn't had any real like challenges or any real like you know what I'm saying nobody can really kind of go that back and forth. So to see her, Frost and Shotzi, oh I'm all for this, especially Shotzi. Shotzi's
Yeah.
been killing it, man. She
And
really
then
has.
plus, like, you got so many other women that are coming in. You got Corinne Joy, which I'm
Man.
very intrigued. I've never, I only got, I've seen her before, but I haven't seen her before. If you know what I'm saying. You know, when her video came up, I said, seen her before. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
because her voice sounded familiar.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, what we gonna do with this? What this is gonna, how this is gonna factor into the MLW women's title pick? And I'm very, very intrigued by
Yeah.
all this. I know we've talked about that numerous times around this episode, guys, but intrigue is the name of the game when it comes. As long as you can keep the people intrigued, you got a good thing.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. MLW's been doing that. 100%.
Yes, yeah.
Definitely.
But before we sign off today, it was a little bit of a shorter episode than the usual, guys. But we want to first of all talk about our campaign. We got a campaign going on. If you got so if we get to 100 subscribers by the end of August, we're doing a live unboxing here on the channel. Now, this is what we'll do. We'll have a special guest come on with me. I'll check with the gentleman to see what his schedule is. But we may have a very special guest. We're not, it's gonna be a special guest, gonna be just me and the Future Shot crew. But other than that, guys, we also do have the spotlight coming up on tonight at 7 o'clock. You know, I'm gonna be interviewing my main man, Nick the Cardinal
The
Thompson.
Cardinal. Come on.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
I
sir.
don't know why.
Feeling some of that big tweet energy.
I don't know why I started
So, yeah, 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 yeah. Nick, if you're watching this, bro, we just came up with your new crowd thing to do.
yeah, yeah. I don't know how
So,
we
so
gonna do it. We're
yeah,
gonna have
yeah,
everybody just
yeah,
fly. Just
yeah,
yeah, we're gonna do
yeah,
something with that. The Cardinal.
yeah.
We gotta have people just waving their arms, so we gotta do
We
something.
gotta figure out, we gotta figure out a way for the crowd to do it with him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nick. Shout out to the IWA.
Man, shout out to you,
But
Nick.
so we're gonna be talking to him tonight. And then as always, into the Power Surge every week. Walking to the indie spotlight every week, as much as you can. And we always want you guys to remember your 4Ds, discipline, dedication, nation, and desire makes you different. me different makes those who do content creation because we are wrestling without feature shot wrestling, you don't have the 4 days. The 4 days, be disciplined, be dedicated, you have the desire to be who you're called to be, who you need to be in life. It's this man, because you do well. Because I don't know who you are, who you need. Come on, this message. You're doing well. Keep on trucking. I'll let Eric give the last. And then I'm gonna head into the end, head into the outro. We're gonna want to see you guys at 7 o'clock. Don't forget, we will be interviewing Nick the
That's right, man. Yeah, man. Look, I tell y'all this all the time. All right, they don't call me the man, the myth, the legend, and your pastor preaching the gospel of pro wrestling for nothing. Look, there's reasons for this. All right, look, you see what we covered. MLW. Look, I done told y'all before. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, we love the fact that we get to see all these different wrestling promotions out here. And honestly, I love the fact that we can look at different things and see different wrestlers that came from different companies and literally make something else of themselves. So, like I said, MLW, keep doing what you're doing. At the speed and route y'all going, I'm telling you, y'all probably gonna be close to getting a TV deal if you want one. If you want to keep it on YouTube, I ain't mad at you. For real. Because when you're on YouTube, you ain't really got a limit. When you're on TV, then you got a limit. But of course, they'll say there's more eyes on you. But look, keep doing what y'all are doing. You guys are making magic and you're making stars and creating stars. And make sure them stars ain't trying to go nowhere. I don't mind them doing partnerships now. But don't be leaving just to leave. That's the first thing. Just don't be leaving just to leave, for real. Because we don't need that at all. But as always, y'all already know, man. I love talking about MLW. I love talking about pro wrestling, period. So, BJ, I'm always grateful and thank you for having me up on here, man. Love doing this with you.
Yes, sir. As always, thank you for always for coming in and being a support system for your boy. Appreciate it. So, thank you guys so much for watching today. I will be back for the indie spotlight. Also, Thursday Night Live will be back. My man Andy Sombrero. You will hear from him. We'll be talking about Grand Slam Mexico. So,
Mexico.
that's gonna be very very fun. So, can't wait to see what his perspective is on tonight's Dynamite. But as always, guys, thank you guys for all the support, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.